Good morning students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will be starting with chapter number 4 of OCM 12th Commerce Organization. Okay, so up to now we have completed 3 chapters. First one was nature and scope of management, then principles of management. Then from chapter number 3 we started the management functions core of part 1 that we have discussed on the first or second session, planning. After the planning, the next step of management function is organization. So today we will be coming across with organization. Chapter 4, organizing or organization. So what is organization all about? The next step after planning. What we do after planning? Organizing. Now how to organize, what to organize, that we will be studying in this chapter. The goal of organization is set by planning. The formal administrative structure that is formed to enable effective implementation of planning is called organizing. Planning is pre-step to organization. So the goal of organization is set by planning. And what is organization? The formal administrative structure. The structure of the organization, formal structure of organization, which is formed to implement the planning is called organizing. Formal administrative structure that is formed to enable effective implementation of planning is called organization. Hence, it is said that planning is this is important. Planning is the brain of business enterprise. Coordination is soul and organization is its body. One more question. Planning is known as brain. Coordination is considered as soul, which is also one mark question, and organization is considered as body, the structure. What is the meaning? The structure formed in order to enable delegation of authority and responsibility towards the people actively engaged for common goal is organizing. So what is organizing? The structure that is formed to enable delegation of authority and responsibility. Now what is delegation of authority and responsibility? Delegation means sharing of authority, letting go the authority and responsibility, passing on from top level to middle level to low level to workers. So that is delegation of authority as well as responsibility. When the structure is formed like this for delegation of authority and responsibility towards the people, now only those who are actively engaged for common goal. Common goal means business goal. Employees are actively engaged for achieving business goals. So delegation structure which is formed for ensuring delegation of authority and responsibility towards people actively engaged for common goal is known as organizing. Now as per Chester I. Bernard, the activity conducted by the cooperation of two or more people and their coordination is called organizing. Organizing is activity conducted by two or more people and their coordination. According to Louis Allen, this one is important. Organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the work to be performed, defining and regulating responsibilities and authority, that is delegation, and establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing objectives. So all in all, organizing is a process in which we will first identify and group the work, we will groupify the work, we will divide the work in different groups, then define and regulate the authority and responsibility, then we will establish a relationship, and then we will ask people to work effectively towards accomplishing objectives. Now concept: when two or more people work together, the structure for work accomplishment in an effective manner is called organizing. Two or more people working together and the structure in which they are working for accomplishment of objective in an effective manner is called organizing, in which delegation of authority and responsibility is distributed to attain common goal, and to achieve or attain common goal, delegation of authority and responsibility is done. Delegation, again, delegation of authority and responsibility means passing on of authority as well as responsibility to someone subordinates. It is basically involved with group of people. If the business unit has capable and effective organization, then optimum use of resources, time, energy and money can be saved and problems in various activities can be avoided. If the organization is effective and are very much capable, then optimum use of resources will be done, as well as time, energy, money can be saved and problems in various activities can be avoided or solved on a quicker basis. Clear? Now coming to characteristics. Most characteristics we have discussed in 3 to 4 times in the previous 5 minutes only, that organization is for accomplishment of objective. Objectives is goal, aim. So first point is goal oriented activity. First point is goal oriented activity. Organizing is created for the sake of achieving the goal of any business unit. Organization is a linear structure that coordinates with the goals of business, departmental goals and goals of employees. Hence it can be referred as goal oriented activity. Organization is based on goals, achieving goals. It is a structure that coordinates the goal of business with the departmental goals, with the goals of employees as well. So it is referred as goal oriented activity. Second, planning based organization. The first line of this notes itself, planning is a precondition of organizing, or we can say planning said to be organizing. So organizing is made on the basis of planning and objective determined by planning. The structure of any unit is based on its future implementation of plan. It can be said that organization is based on proper planning. Whatever we will plan, the organization structure will depend on our plan. What do we want to implement? What do we want to achieve? How do we want to achieve it? That will define our organizational structure. So it is always said that it is planning based. It is based on planning. Then third is delegation of authority and responsibility. We have discussed this many times. People working towards achievement of common goal are allotted work as per their capability. Allotment of work as per their capability and their skills. At the same time, such person is also informed about their authority. Hence, organization is the structure to establish relationship of authority and responsibility among the people. Organization is a structure to establish relationship of authority and responsibility among the people. Relationship of authority and responsibility among the people. Next is importance to human element. Human beings are at the center of organizational structure as well as the process. Although the human beings are central, or the management itself is a human centric, but in organizations especially, human beings are at the center of organizational structure. The success of any organization is dependent on people working in it. Any organization can be said as successful only when the people working on it is working effectively and efficiently. So it is dependent on the people working in it. So it can be clearly specified that what will be the type of human relationship that makes organizational structure effective. How you deal with your human resources, how your human relationship is good, how good it can be, it depends, or it makes organizational structure effective. Yeah. Next is flexibility. Once the organization is formed, there are chances for changes in unit process. Suitable changes can be made according to changing circumstances and situations. The changes can be made when there is technological advancements, discovery, or major changes in business environment. So this is the difference in planning and organizing. In organizational structure, we can make changes. There is a flexibility. While in planning, there are some rigidity factors. While in organizing, there are some chances, there are options for making changes. So it makes the organizational structure flexible. We can change the position or we can change the structure as per the business need, as per the changing circumstances and situations. Clear? Next is establishment of interrelationship. Organization establish interrelationship among functions and positions or departments. It clarifies the functions to be performed by the employees at various positions. So it is due to organizational structure only that we get to know about the interrelationship among functions or different departments or different positions in a particular department. And it also clarifies the functions to be performed, means the employee get to know what he or she has to perform only through organizational structure. It clarifies the functions to be performed by employees at various positions. If I am working at this place, what are the functions to be performed by me? If I have been shifted or if I have been flexibility made changes in my position or in my department, then what functions to be performed by me? This is all we can understood by a organizational structure. Next is monitoring and control. Control and coordination are the basic requirement of any organization. Control required to see whether or not the employee is performing his work as per the authority and responsibility assigned to him. Now, it is due to organizational structure only that delegation of authority and responsibility is done. And after someone who has got the authority with responsibility will behave more sincerely towards his work, and this will lead to easy monitoring and control. So it is due to a proper organizational structure only that easy monitoring and control can be achieved, and we can see that whether or not the employee is performing his work as per the authority and responsibility assigned. So it helps in proper monitoring and control. Next is group activity. In an organization, many people work together for accomplishment of common goal. The common goal is integrated as a business goal, as a departmental goal, or as a personal goal. So all of them are working for accomplishment of a common goal. The organizing provides effective structure to them so that the group activity can be conducted properly. The organization is a structure that we need for achievement of a common goal. So the organization provides a proper and effective structure so that the group activity can be conducted properly. Next is control structure. An organization is a controlled administrative structure. In any business unit, rules and controls are required in order to define relationship which is formed by organizing. Any business unit, rules and controls are required to define the relationship which is found by organizing. So organization is a controlled administrative structure. It helps us to control the overall administrative structure as well as to formulate to see how the rules and controls are being followed properly to define the relationship or not. Clear? So today we have learned about two things, that is about the organizing and the characteristics of organizing. In organizing, we have covered 3 points: meaning, definition, and concept. These 3 points are important from a board point perspective. Okay. Rest we continue with process of organization tomorrow. That's all for today. You have to make notes on the video itself only. Stay home, stay safe, happy life.